Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today we're taking a look at Grid Legends. I'm already going to tell you right now, I'm already irritated the fact that I have to grind just to unlock cars. This is really frustrating. Cannot seem to find a way to just play any kind of a can't seem to find any way to just play like time trial for the most part. It's like you got this story, then you got the career. I guess you start, you can start in these careers, but it looks like it's all online too. Yeah, see, join other players online, jump into the race creator, find EA friends. You gotta grind out any kind of car that you want to drive with. Like this, I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna jump into one of these little races because this here is where everything started falling apart for me. Now I am playing this on Xbox Series S. I did check this out on the Xbox Series X as well. And I'll tell you right now, like after playing this for about a half an hour, I decided to go ahead and refund my pre-order for this game. So right off the gate, if you look at these visuals, they are on your screen, like on the YouTube, like watching it from your phone and everything. It looks pretty good. Man, these are some pretty poor visuals. Like this looks last gen for sure. Even on Series X, it's not something that I even care about. It's not that it's like low resolution or anything. It's just these car models, like this literally looks like the last grid. So I mean, if you were okay with those visuals, perfect, that's fine for you. But I'm not even gonna try to lie. Like the last grid, I maybe played for 10 hours and I was like, nope, I don't like this game. I don't like how I just don't like how this game looks. It 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 really doesn't do it for me. It's really underwhelming, to be completely honest with you. I mean, the driving feels fine or whatever. It definitely feels arcadey. The car models themselves, they look I don't know, man. It just doesn't have that like, wow, this game looks beautiful factor. Even on Series X, Series S, I mean, you are getting obviously 60 frames a second. So, I mean, you are getting a pretty competent, looking racer. It looks like it's a native resolution, but these graphics are just really not jumping out at me at all. I'm not feeling this game. I've been to a few tracks and I'm not feeling it. I'm not finding any of the modes that I would like to get into and actually play around with. Um, Tree models literally pop in even on Series X. Like you'll be driving and they'll just be like this potato looking visuals, and then all of a sudden they got leaves. Yeah, I don't know, man. This game's just not for me. The driving does feel pretty fun though. I mean, like I feel like I could get sucked into this, but I don't have the desire to sit, especially with Gran Turismo 7 coming out in another week. Like I don't have the time to sink into Grid Legends. I don't feel like it's, and plus I just got a Settle Corsa Competizione next gen upgrades today, and yeah, I don't know if I don't know if I could recommend this game because it's something that I obviously felt that strongly enough about to to go ahead and ask for a refund on this. I do kind of feel bad because I still got those 6,000 points, but yeah, like I don't know, like I can't really see myself really getting into this game. I feel like the visuals of these tracks are just not there for me. Especially after seeing something like F1 2020 2021, like going back to this is just like, oh boy, what are we doing? Like, even like the older grid games I felt look better than this. Now there is a lot of fidelity stuff in here, but I mean, you get over there and you look at the side of the buildings, um, the textures and stuff. It looks kind of plain. The road surface looks plain. Um, I will say that the effects like rain looked really cool. That was pretty intense. That looked pretty good. There's a lot of pretty decent reflections on the tracks when it's raining and stuff like that. Nighttime right now, like this definitely looks a lot better, but it still looks washed out. And it doesn't matter what you're playing on. On my monitor, it looks washed out. On my 4K OLED, it looks washed out. It looks like it literally has the same visual style as the last grid. So if you were okay with that, actually I don't know. Some of that game even looks better than better track looking. The tracks look a little better than this, and like the damage model seems to be all right on these cars for the most part. But yeah, I don't know, man. This just isn't a banger for me. Like, my goodness, see, and the AI in this game is just so freaking dumb. It's not even funny. They it's not that they're dumb. I don't know, man. I'm having a hard time coming to grips with this one. This one's just not standing out to me, being like, oh wow, that looks good. I mean, like half the thing with a racing game is like pin sharp visuals, clarity, being able to see in the distance, nice trackside detail. I mean, this game is probably like a 50-50. Like, it does kind of hold up, but then it doesn't kind of hold up. Like, I'll probably maybe pick this up again when it goes on sale, but after Battlefield 2042, man, I don't know, man. I'm just not feeling EA right now in this stuff. I mean, the last grid I didn't play enough. This grid right here, I'm just not really feeling. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like sense of speed, all of that like feels fun. If you want to, I mean, this is definitely turning out to be like a solid arcade racer for sure. Like, it definitely feels better than the last grid. Drifting, turning, sense of speed, all of that stuff feels good, and it's not bad. Like, I'm not completely like just crapping on this game. It's just the visuals for me. Even on my Series X, that's pretty much what turned me off. On the Series S, on this monitor, you can kind of it really does look good. It just really depends on the track and the time of day or whatnot for it to really shine. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, you look at the ground detail right there, it just kind of looks. I don't know, man. I don't know why this game is not rubbing me the right way, to be completely honest with you. I really wish that this I really wish that these visuals looked a lot tighter and a lot cleaner. I'm telling you, it it really just has that I mean, the loading times are, pretty decent for the most part. Let's see what Yokohama Docks looks like. 29th, the side's on volt, finish 10th or higher. So this is definitely another race. I mean, it has like a really soft look to it. I mean, like a really soft look. Like, the visuals are not like. I mean, I feel like the visuals could be a lot better on this, but they're just not. It's I mean, like, the popping and stuff is a little bit crazy. Um, and certain things, like, you'll see like weird stuff like popping in. Like, my gosh, I don't even know if the damage model's working right now. Like, just you see pieces flying off all over the place. I mean, the driving does feel a lot better on a controller than I think the other one did. Like the other grid. Oh man, look at that. come on, man. You guys get off of me. Yeah, you mess up these, man. Like the last one I did on these, I got all up to like 5th place, and if you're not like on it in these races, you're not gonna win. I mean, like the physics and everything kind of feel pretty good, but yeah, I don't know if this is something that I would keep playing long enough to really feel like I'm gonna get my money's worth out of it if I was to buy it. So yeah, hanging on to this one is probably a no brainer for me. But I mean, for the most part, like I said, the visuals just look a little off to me. But I mean, it does hold up, resolution wise. Resolution looks fine. It does look like a softer, like, I don't know, man. I don't understand why the visuals aren't like standing out to me. I mean, this car looks pretty cool in the interior. Some of the cars that I've been in, just like the Audi that I drove in, I was not happy with the way that looked. That was just not good. Like this one here is actually looking a lot better than that one did. I mean, this track here is actually kind of fun to drive. But I don't know, man. I like realistic. I think I've just drifted too much toward sim racing to really enjoy these games like I used to. I used to love these arcade games, man. I just don't know why I can't get into this. I don't know why these visuals are they're just not standing out to me in a way that beckons to me to like, oh yeah, dude, that game's great. Like I'm not seeing that visual pizzazz on this one. And that's me, I mean, some people might love this, but I don't know, man. It feels like you're playing like an open world PlayStation 4 game or something, you know what I mean? I don't know. It looks like a last gen game for real. Assets and everything in this game pretty much look like they were plucked right out of the last grid for real. There's no upgrade to it. This almost looks like Cyberpunk 2077 looked before the upgrade. Ooh, that was a rough one. I mean, these cars are it's just too easy to slide around these corners, man, going like 100 miles an hour. It doesn't even, like, I mean, yeah, you need to brake a little bit, but you see that? Like, I'm drifting around that corner at 80 miles an hour. It just feels, I don't know. I mean, like, you could possibly get addicted to the way this feels, for sure. For sure. I mean, it really does feel better than, it really does feel better than previous. I mean, like, a lot of the, this definitely feels better than a lot of other arcade racers, for sure. It definitely does feel good driving wise, and it's pretty easy to get picked up on, to where, I don't know. I mean, I kind of would. If I had to recommend a racing game to you, though, I would probably recommend Project Cars 3 over this, to be completely honest with you. At least Project Cars 3 has real life racing tracks. I mean, it feels arcadey in the handling and everything, but at the same time, like, at least it's got real life tracks. So if you ever do go sim racing, at least you'll have some. Sorry, I'm gonna beat this and then possibly like just go ahead and stop this video. But yeah, I don't know. This is just not standing out to me. I mean, performance is obviously pretty freaking great on Series S. You're getting a solid 60 frames a second. It says there's 120 hertz mode. I don't know if that works. I've had my capture card hooked up to it. So essentially, there you go, man. That's basically what it is. You look at the textures on the ground, on the walls over there. Yeah, this just looks pretty plain Jane to me, for the most part. Nothing really stands out. The cars look exactly like they did in the last grid game. So I don't know, man. I mean, like, that cloud back there looks pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. I just cannot recommend this as something that is gonna deliver on like on a visual front, but fun factor, I think it could possibly be fun. Potentially, it probably has that. This is pretty much designed to be an online type experience. So if that's what you're into, racing, online racing, stuff like that, this might be a good game for you. It's just definitely not for me. So yeah, I refunded my game, and I will maybe pick it up later when it goes on sale, but I don't know, man. Going from F1 2021 to seeing this, I'm just pretty underwhelmed. So if you like this content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.